going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you're a college football fan, because that's what I do every day. And most of the time, it's multiple videos, especially during the college football season. So, while we wait on the Big Ten to actually release the schedule so we can talk about it, I've decided to do my weekly You Are Trash video. So I go through the games that happened this previous weekend and figure out which teams are trash. And wouldn't you know it, 4 out of the 6 games I picked out involved Big 12 teams. 3 of them were the losers. 1 of them proved that their opponent was trash. So here we go. The first name that I picked out was Syracuse. I thought Syracuse would be a little bit better than what they look like. I still expected Syracuse to be bad. Go back and watch my ACC prediction videos. You'll see. But they lost to North Carolina 31-6. Their quarterback was 13 of 31. That is bad. Bad. 112 yards. Their leading rusher, 16 carries for 30 yards. Syracuse, you're bad. 2 field goals the entire game. Their defense actually looked pretty decent up until the fourth quarter. That's when North Carolina kind of blew the game open. But all in all, Syracuse, you trash. Next up, the Big 12. Iowa State. Look, I expected Louisiana to be good this year. If you go back and watch my videos, you'll see I already called that. And I actually did win the spread bet against the Iowa State and Louisiana game because I expected it to be a close game. I didn't expect Louisiana to win or blow out Iowa State. But, yeah, Iowa State gets blown out 31-14. Brock Purdy, supposed to be a Heisman candidate. I'm guilty. I expected it. I expected Iowa State to be a dark horse in the Big 12. He was 16 of 35, 145 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. Oh, yes. They also gave up a 78-yard touchdown pass, an 83-yard punt return, and a 95-yard kick return. Iowa State, you are trash. Next up is a team that I labeled trash the first week, and that's Eastern Kentucky. They did a little bit better, and they were playing against my team, West Virginia. But keep in mind, West Virginia was without 11 players because they decided to party and put it on Snapchat. So we were without 11 players. 3 of them were starters. But Eastern Kentucky, in their first 2 games against Marshall and West Virginia, they've lost a combined score 115-10. A combined 372 offensive yards. West Virginia, in and of itself, put up 624 yards on them in one game. So, I give credit to Eastern Kentucky for playing. One of the few FCS teams playing, but, man, you guys are trash. Now it's time to talk about Florida State. I didn't expect Florida State to be trash this year. I expected them to be climbing up a little bit in the ACC. And to be honest with you, I had Georgia Tech picked dead last to finish in the ACC. But, lo and behold, Florida State pulls an egg and loses to Georgia Tech 16-13. Blackman, he was 24 for 43, 198 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Their leading rusher had 6 carries for 39 yards. The problem for Florida State was they had 3 turnovers. But if you lose to Georgia Tech, automatically, you are trash. And then we get to, back to the Big 12. Back to the Big 12, yeah. Well, first we'll go UTEP, and they played Texas. Now, Texas, they're looking pretty good this year. I know UTEP's not that great of an opponent, but I actually lost that spread bet because I thought 43 points was too much. Turns out, wasn't enough. UTEP gets blown out by Texas, 59-3. They only had 233 offensive yards, gave up 689 offensive yards. Their QB was 12 of 27, 141 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. Hankins, their leading rusher, 11 carries for 34 yards. Sorry, maybe it was just the opponent you're playing, but as far as what I saw in the actual game, UTEP, you're trash. Last but not least, Kansas. Last year, Kansas lost to Coastal Carolina in an ugly, bizarre game, 12-7. And the line before the game was Kansas laying the 6. And I took Kansas and laid the points because I thought they'd win by a touchdown. I thought they had revenge on their minds. Well, the problem is they didn't. And in the first half, they had 3 turnovers that Coastal Carolina immediately turned into points. At halftime, Coastal Carolina was up 28-3. That was the end of the game. Kansas kind of made it a little bit closer, but that 28-3 deficit was just too much. Hendrick, the quarterback for Kansas, he was 15 for 24, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 156 yards. Not good at all. Three turnovers. Losing to Coastal Carolina 38-23 is an automatic, you're trash, Kansas. I mean, it's not really surprising if you really think about it. Kansas has been trash for a while now, but you know, I thought they'd at least get a win against Coastal Carolina, so I had them picked right above Texas Tech. I had Texas Tech last, which Texas Tech barely eked out a win against Houston Baptist, so I'm still not sure that Kansas will finish last because Houston Baptist is a lower FCS team, so Texas Tech might be still worse than Kansas. We'll have to wait and see, but right now, Texas Tech got their win, so they didn't land in the trash this week. But Kansas, you definitely are trash. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you for this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next video.